Pretty much every week, yeah.
Every week. Yeah. We do it. And a social experience on Facebook. YouTube also. Think about subscribing there. We are trying to get somewhat of an audience there. That's our live console you see instead of the page.
Sweet infinity shot there.
Yeah, we had trouble going out to the YouTube Studio Beta, and then antisocialexperience.com is the website, slowly under construction. That being said, we will go back there. That's us. I think we got some good topics on the table for today. I'm going to make them relatable. I have one that nobody knows about. That being said, we have other people in the studio with us.
Second week in a row.
Yeah, how do we do that? It's a miracle. I'm not going to say the name. I'll let them say it. Welcome, these guys.
Hey, what's up?
What's up? I'm Todd.
I'm Jimmy. We run SatisHigh TV radio podcast.
And we'd like to thank these guys for letting us come on.
Yeah, I appreciate it, fellas.
Awesome.
With you guys.
Dude, thank you.
Yeah, no, this is really cool.
It's a production a little bit, but whenever it works and you actually churn out an episode, you know what I mean, that's good for the listener and a good conversation, good experience, it's like pretty satisfying.
Oh
yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
For
like
sure.
It is just, unfortunately, we got like 2 out of 105.
Yeah.
2 out of 105 that went smooth.
Yeah, I think we have one so far, maybe that was half smooth.
Yeah.
If you would even call it that.
Just curious. Like, I kind of always jump right in with no real plan. Did you talk about it for a while? Did you just decide, hey, I'm going to do it and then jump in? Or who wants to tackle that?
Well, I'll tackle this because this has been my idea for 3 years, I think. And I always had a co-host in mind. And, chipping at him for a few years and nothing's happening. And I rekindled a little relationship Jimmy and I had that, we've known each other for, Jimmy, 20 years?
At least, yeah.
25 maybe.
Yeah.
And we could always get along and make people laugh, so I thought, why not do it with him?
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to come on now and again just as like a guest appearance or whatever, but then it just kind of became, hey, do you want to do this? And I was like, yeah, what the hell? Why not?
Right. Jumping online, taking your life from whether it's obviously everybody's lives are private at some point or another, but going from like not creating content to actually creating something, whether it's video like this, like there is a video show and there's also an audio version of the same show that goes out. There's a couple listeners in Australia, Asia, and UK, a few other places, but anyhow, making that leap, whether you care what people think or not, or some people don't care. When you go from your local area, local group of where you live to the world, where undoubtedly if you do it long enough you're going to get some kind of criticism. Do you know what I mean? Like I think that's always a big step.
Oh, absolutely.
Go ahead, Jimmy.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just criticism. I mean, I've been playing in bands since I was 17, so like the criticism thing's always kind of, you know what I mean. Everybody has a and everybody has an opinion on music, whether they like it or not, and
whether it's good or bad,
right, or whether you're good or bad.
Not only that, the throwing yourself out there, like you're not saying you just don't do it and boom, you're a public figure.
Right.
Obviously, you got to gain traction, and then when you become the public figure, that's when like. You say something that maybe somebody don't agree with, they mob up and like,
oh, we've already had that happen.
What did he do 20 years ago?
Yeah.
Fuck this guy.
Right.
Can't kill his job, kill his family,
No, and it does get when we hit, and we've had that already, you know what I mean? And it's crazy.
It seems like every topic we try to, discuss, somebody has a problem with it.
Yeah, or somebody takes it personal or whatever, and it's not even necessarily about them or anything, really, it's just coming off the top of our heads, like...
Yeah, that's
we haven't run into that yet.
We haven't run, not really. You know what I mean? Not to any extent that it mattered.
I've been trying to sink us. So
what's that? I'll sink the ship.
Sink the ship.
Yeah. If it's one thing we know how to do is sink a ship.
See, and that's the thing for me, like as much stuff that has happened to me in the past 5 years, I could care less. If I piss this person off, if I piss this person off, if it doesn't affect me and how I'm living my life, or how I'm, you know, how I'm making my daughter into an adult, then I don't give a shit what they say.
That's a challenge.
It is, but, you know, if you can do that.
We're not all in that boat. Only 3 of us? Do you have kids?
I don't have kids.
Not yet?
No.
You're not?
Not ever.
He's out of the club.
Not ever. I have a girlfriend with a child. But
Turn left, Tim. Turn left.
Yeah. No. I've made it almost 36 years. I'm trying to like run the streak the whole way through, man. Like I've made it like a third of the way.
Going Henry Rollins style.
Yeah.
Ultimate bachelor.
Yeah.
Could you imagine being that guy? Or just, I mean, there's quite a few people you could name. Like 50, 51, 55, 60 years old, no kids.
No, nothing.
Yeah,
no, imagine that. Like,
yeah.
And there's people that I know, you know, in their 30s now that they don't be careful. They're going to end up those 60-year-old people with nobody, you know, nobody wants to talk to.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, for as much traveling and stuff as I do, like, I don't know, I'm in the music thing too. Like, I keep myself so busy that, like, I don't know. I don't know that it might be selfish, but I personally just don't want to give up my lifestyle. I love it. Like, I absolutely love what I do with my life. Like, I love it. So it'd be really tough just to give all that up. So, but I mean, if it came along, I kind of have to at the times, you know.
Well, and doing what we're doing now is almost like being in a band just without the music.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, we're right out there for people to see, to hear, you know.
Yeah, and you still got to meet up. You still got to, you know, do all that, you know, all that other jazz that comes with it.
And most of the stuff that, you know, that the material that I come up with has been from raising my daughter, because my wife died my daughter was very young.
Oh, damn.
So I had to, you know, be mom and dad. I had to be down there playing with Barbies and, you know, making action scenes and, you know, all this kind of stuff that most people aren't comfortable doing. And I think that makes, you know,
it's your life, dude. It's your life. You're gonna sit home and play with Barbies by yourself. I mean, you tell them the way you want them, okay? All right, well, you tell them any way you want them, bro.
That's my excuse.
No, that's all good. I'm just joking, man. But no, that's like I said, and you know, and like I said, I would if the time came and something did happen, like I would have to give up that life. But like right now, I'm just I'm avoiding that at all costs because
not yet, suckers.
Yeah.
He's like, there's sucker born every minute, but not this one.
No, and I don't really think the world really needs another one of me. You know, like,
definitely.
I just feel like I'm a one and done kind of fella.
I used to think like that, and when you do have a kid or kids, it doesn't always happen, I don't think, instantly, but at some point, if you actually step back and look at your reality at life, your perspective changes completely
different.
Yeah, then like whatever, keep maintaining a certain lifestyle, doing this, doing that, it will change.
Well, no, absolutely. I mean, now you're responsible for like another human being. It's not just all about you anymore. And I totally get that. Like I said,
and it's a weight, man. It can be a weight.
Oh, like, my God.
Especially if you end up in a situation where, say, you don't stay together with the kid's parent, that can be tough.
Oh yeah.
And it's
somebody very close to me is going through something like that right now, and I wouldn't have been able to do it.
No, I mean, I've been through 3 or 4 divorces, in my life, and I haven't even been married, man. So like, I have definitely been that kid more than once,
Right.
At least you didn't have a little one you had to fight over,
No.
It doesn't matter who you are, at some point, one parent will use that child against the other parent.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah,
it's not right.
It's not. Yeah, the kid's not a pawn. No. It's not a game of chess. It really isn't. No. I don't know how people get into that way of thinking.
Right.
Like I can understand why they might want to do it. But
hatred as well. I can
think to hurt the other person.
Right. But it's just like when you look at what you're doing, if you're using a kid like that, it's just like,
and it does have an effect on them. You know what I mean?
Oh,
I mean, my dad and I, we lived a mile or two apart growing up, and like I didn't even really speak to him for years for no reason at all, really. Like I didn't,
or for reasons that you didn't
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
you know, like the
or
truth
things,
was
things that I was told or whatever that weren't
twisted.
even true. Yeah, but I mean, now we're good. That we're adults and we hashed it all out or whatever. It just sucks that you miss all that time with them too, because one thing you definitely don't get back.
Isn't it amazing, you know how, and I'm sure all you guys, your parents have said, wait till you have kids or whatever and you'll understand. Isn't it amazing that they're true? That, that it's right?
What, that your parents are actually speaking some kind of truth?
Yeah, they know what they're talking about.
Yeah, I would never believed any of it. Like, liars.
I know.
Yeah, me neither.
Sons of bitches.
Help me.
I'm trying to tell my daughter, I'm like, look, I'm giving you an advantage. You can learn this stuff 10 years before I did.
Yeah.
But, some kids, they just don't care.
No, it's got to come across as lies.
Right.
So, yeah. Shifting gears a little. So we have, what is this, 3 locally produced shows now?
I think so, yeah.
We've got the paranormal show.
Yeah.
We got this, and then these guys.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Dude,
Count Gary. And
That was cool, by the way.
It's
that
great.
Paranormal guest you had on. He was
yeah.
really cool, dude.
Yeah, I was
Red
able.
Blood.
I was able to listen to his first one. It was good, man.
It's different. It's definitely different content, and I'm deeper into it than I was then. And as you go along, every show starts out however it starts, and it's gonna progress and go on from there. Like, this show had a ridiculous beginning. Episode 1 is nowhere near it. I'm like, fuck it. I kept scheduling people to sit down and do an episode, and got canceled on like December 19th, I think. December 17th I recorded, December 19th uploaded episode 1 of December 19th, 2017. I was trying to do the first show in October and got canceled like week after week. And finally, right before Christmas, I'm like, fuck it. I'm going to do it myself. Sat down, talked for like a half hour, recorded, edited it, uploaded. It's nowhere near to like anything that we talk about now.
No, it's in
I'm
a
talking
very
about
different
cassette
place.
tapes,
yeah.
and my dad used to record, like, just crazy, goofy shit. Really, it sounds silly in comparison.
I can't even imagine, trying to do it myself. Like,
Give it a shot.
I don't know, man. It'd just be like, me walking around with a GoPro talking to myself all day. It'd be like, man, this guy is weird.
Speaking of that, I tried that just to try it, to see like, oh, maybe I'll be a vlogger. Just curiosity. Like, okay, I do a live stream, I sit in front of a microphone and talk, and then this audio show goes out. So I have two versions of the same show, 2 different medias. Holding the camera, talk. I'm like, yeah, dude, you would really feel like an asshole, like out in public. Like,
well, imagine walking through Walmart with a 9-year-old doing that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Like, that would be nutso. I couldn't imagine. I don't know how people do it.
No.
But kudos to them. Like,
For sure, man.
How about
That takes, way more guts than even doing it. Like, I couldn't, no way.
I mean, but after you do it for 2 years, it's probably every day. Like,
No, it's second nature. Like
Yeah.
anything else would come, I'd imagine.
I don't know, though. Once they get pretty big, some of those guys get fucked with out in real life.
yeah, they do
Exactly.
too.
Yeah.
Every time they get seen, somebody messes with
Oh,
them.
really? I didn't see. I didn't know that.
Well, who was it? Andy Milanakis was doing it a little bit
Okay.
on Twitch. And yeah, especially since he was like a little more famous.
Yeah,
messed
yeah.
with all the time.
Oh, wow. I think he deserved it.
Okay. One thing I wanted to bring up. We're going to try and do through this. I got work here shortly. My fault. It's always my fault. Help me, people. Help me.
No, it's fine, dude. It's good to
Disney.
have a job.
Yeah, right. Disney Plus. Disney Plus. Any thoughts?
I have a great Disney Plus story already.
All right. Let's hear it. I think I heard it, but I want to rehear it here. We'll put it on this show.
I'm cheap and I've been streaming from a PlayStation 3 for like ever, you know what I mean? I just wouldn't
Right.
upgrade. I'm just like, no, works. Everything's good. So Disney Plus came out and I was like, oh my God, Marvel, X-Men, like this is, if I built a channel, this was totally up my alley.
Star Wars.
Yeah, Star
All
Wars.
of
Yeah,
them.
like everything I ever loved is there. So I buy it, go home to download it, and the PS3 is like, nope, we do not carry this. It stopped in March 2019. I think Sony stopped backing that. So needless to say, the next day I went out and bought a PS4 just so I could stream Disney Plus.
When did Disney Plus launch, though?
It was last week, last Monday.
So they stopped supporting in March, but they didn't launch till
right
fall.
Yeah, but yeah, you cannot.
That's great.
Yeah, but you could not put, like I said. But then I went and spent $200 on a PS4 just so I could watch it.
Right.
But for $6.99, I mean, and that's what it costs per week, or I think $70 a year or whatever.
Right.
If you're just getting that, because I think there's packages.
Yeah,
right?
I did the Hulu bundle with ESPN too, because I mean, I don't know, my brother and I, we lived together, so like between Penguins hockey, Penn State football, North Carolina basketball, like it was kind of worth it to me to have that, because like
men's Olympic
gymnast. Yeah, and not to mention my love for figure skating,
Get down with curling.
Yeah. Whatever it takes, man.
But yeah, I think it's definitely worth it, because like he said, everything that I've ever seen as a kid and more is on that.
Now, as soon as I heard about it and I heard their claims, Disney Plus, every movie, I'm like, there's no way. There's some shit that ain't.
They putting some stuff in the vault.
Well, Infinity War isn't on, for example. It's the only Marvel movie that isn't.
Well, there's that, and then there's some other stuff that's probably never going to appear on there, because if it ever airs again, it's probably going to be like for educational purposes or research at an educational institution.
Yeah, because doesn't a lot of that stuff like racist?
Yeah, it's like people like to bring it up and talk about it. You got Song of the South,
right.
And a lot of people were like, "Oh, every movie, why? For obvious reasons, they're not going to put it on there." There's quite a few.
Yeah, I don't even know if I saw like the Fess Park or Davy Crockett's from the 50s.
Well, there's the Cosby one. Bill Cosby, what is it? The Devil and Mark Delvin or something like that?
Mm-hmm. No,
that's
not
on there.
No, it's not on there. It's a movie from like '81, and Cosby's Cosby's in there, and it's like he's not really family entertainment in 2019 now.
Right?
No, not at all.
No, he's Pittsburgh entertainment.
No, and it's kind of weird, like to even go back and like watch those episodes of the Cosby Show. Like if you've gone back and even like caught a glimpse of it now, because like you look at him and it's just like a whole new world.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like that. Wow, this guy was messed up.
See, I didn't watch them back in the day, but can you even find them anymore now?
I've been able to, like
you could
YouTube and stuff.
Yeah,
YouTube and stuff has like clips, episodes and stuff. I just, like I said, there's certain things I remember from a kid, and it'll pop in my head, and I'll just have to run to the computer. It's like me learning songs too. I'll be like playing a video game, like, oh my god, I need to learn this, drop everything right.
Didn't he buy up the rights to something? Little Rascals?
Jello Pudding Pops.
No.
Fat Albert. He made Fat Albert.
Right, he made that.
Yeah.
But didn't he buy up the Little Rascals, and is it still on the air, or is that rumor? That might be a rumor.
That might be rumor. I know Little Rascals is either on Hulu or Netflix right now, for sure.
As funny as that show was, and supposed to be quality entertainment, was there not some racist episodes of that?
For sure, man. Yeah. I think indirectly because of the children, but it was definitely there.
Yeah, it was definitely indirect.
Yeah, but
it's probably hard, if you look back, the last 3 decades or whatever, to not find something racist with every episode.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But
some of them
even Buckwheat's name, isn't it kind of like racist in a sense? Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
In a sense, I would think so, kind of.
You mentioned Fat Albert. To be honest, I haven't seen anything Fat Albert in years.
That
was a great show.
It was.
Like, I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I did too.
Maybe that entertainment wasn't for me. Who do I ask though to find out?
Right.
But I loved the show.
Yeah. Ask Bill.
Bill.
Conference call.
Conference call to Bill.
We'll get him to call in now. Dude, this would be we would be trending for a few moments, like 2 minutes.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, if we could get Cosby or like OJ,
There's another one, and I remember I was told about it. My dad had told me about it. There was an old Donald Duck episode where he's flying a plane and crashes, and he runs up across all the characters. They have blatantly racist accents.
Gotcha.
You know, it took place during like the World War II. It was I think it was called Commando Duck. If
Is that the one where Donald Duck kills Hitler or whatever?
No, it's not that one. That one will that
exists.
Still, that episode still. I think you can still find that one.
I know what I'm looking for.
I know. Now I got a plan tonight.
The one where he crashes and he's like around the Asian culture, obviously.
Oh, okay, like the Pacific.
They have these real sing-songy accents, and whenever you turn your back to them, they shoot you in the back.
Oh, that's definitely like, that's almost like war propaganda in a sense too.
It's what it was. They made it during World War II.
That's what. Yeah, I heard. That's what I'm saying. Like, you know what I mean?
That episode's never gonna play again.
No. I can't ever see letting that happen.
Like, I understand the reasons for not playing them, but if you're gonna claim our whole catalog,
it should be
the whole class. Yeah, no, you're correct. You are correct. If you're,
I want to bring up another point real quick about the whole Disney thing. Who's seen Dumbo?
Oh, who has?
Maybe back
the original.
In the day.
Yeah,
not the new one.
Yeah, the cartoon.
Okay,
we're talking,
well,
right?
they were allegedly Disney was going to edit out the cigar smoking crows.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But they're actually in it. It's the original Dumbo version that's on there, and it says this feature or film appears how originally produced. I think it might have a warning label like the may not be suitable for our audience. I don't know, but it's on there, and it's cool to see that they did that. But at the same time, they
didn't really give you.
It's like, look, we'll take a little backlash, but we don't want a lot.
Yeah.
Well, that's like them talking about producing Deadpool. How are you gonna produce the Deadpool the same way?
Right.
With Disney Studios, I don't see how they could. But they say they're going to.
Yeah. Hey, we'll see.
We'll see.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, it's just a shame that funny bartender's not going to be in it because he called in that bomb threat on that bus that time a couple years ago now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The actor, you mean?
Yeah, the actor himself.
Yeah.
He won't be in them anymore because I thought he was hilarious, man. He's a funny guy.
Anything I've seen him in, he was in Ready Player One.
He was in that Silicon Valley too.
Oh,
I think.
T.J. Miller.
Yeah. But he ended up calling it a bomb threat. Was it a bus? I think.
I forget what.
Yeah.
He was really drunk and did a bunch of crazy shit. That wasn't it. That wasn't all.
There was more to it, right?
Well, there was other stuff he did too. I think.
Because they were almost going to edit him out of Deadpool too, because it would happen. Then they were just like, all right, we're letting this one fly, but you're not coming back.
I just hope Dopinder's back.
I mean, everybody's favorite hero.
You guys carry on. Any viewers actually out there now and in the future? I'm working on throwing up some artwork from the show. Just because one of them I was lazy. It's the only place I could get it last minute, but. Carry on, guys.
Whatever you had to do, man.
Is Deadpool on Disney Plus?
I haven't seen it, Tim, to be honest.
Have you guys seen the lineup for Disney Plus for Marvel?
I thumbed through it a little bit. That was weird you said Infinity War isn't on there because Endgame is.
It's the only one. And we were thinking maybe Netflix.
Netflix has Infinity War right now.
Oh, the contract may not run out.
Yeah, that's the only thing it can be. You know what I mean? That's the only reason.
Well, on the Spider-Man thing, every couple months, they're battling for I don't really understand that.
Oh, with Fox and
Sony.
Sony. Oh, Sony.
And Marvel. Yeah, like they'll rent him, I guess, for a movie.
But they're at least putting one more out. They did agree upon that. There is going to be one more with what's his face? Like, why can't they?
Tom Holland.
Tom Holland. Yeah.
It'd be nice to have the X-Men back in.
Yeah,
Fantastic Four. I'd like to see what they do with them.
I'm just gonna have trouble. Hugh Jackman was pretty much the ultimate Wolverine, man. Like, it's gonna be.
I think they asked
him
to
he's
come
6 foot tall.
Right. Yeah, other than him being 6 foot tall, you are right.
But I seen a lot of artwork on the internet that had Keanu Reeves in the Wolverine.
Oh,
looking up like he's the Wolverine. So I don't know if maybe they're.
But they do that all the time because I've been waiting for a Metal Gear movie, like Metal Gear Solid, like.
Have they made one?
A Metal Gear movie?
Yeah.
No, man.
Never.
No.
Not yet.
And I guess Kojima just released that Death Stranded video game. I think it just came out last week or whatever. But apparently he's done with video games for a while, and he's going to move to movies. So, I mean, that proves maybe a little more hope. But I know him and Konami had it out pretty bad.
Yeah, I don't know
Who
if
is
they'll
it?
get the rights.
That's what I mean, man. And it sucks, too.
Who's the guy?
Hideo Kojima, because after he left, they just turned.
Is that who created it?
That's who created Metal Gear. Yeah,
the guy that owns it.
They were like, okay, we're gonna turn it into a mobile game and a zombie game, and that was it.
Yeah, and I just from years ago we had a conversation when you had played all the Metal Gears when we were working at the pizza shop together. You were like, 5's my favorite, and I'm like, man, I don't know how you can play that. 5 is by far my favorite now.
Now
now that I've played it through, and
it's so open world.
Yeah, dude, I love every aspect. The controls are great. It's a great game.
I can't chime in. I've never played it.
I didn't until 5, and then I went out and bought a PS3. I'm like, I gotta play them all.
Yeah. And Tim like went through and was like, I don't know. Every couple of days he'd be like, I beat 3, I beat 2, I beat 1. And I was like, all right, man, cool. I mean, it is a great story. Like,
is it kind of like Call of Duty?
No, it's like it's Splinter Cell-ish. It's more tactical. Like you know, it's more better to hide from your enemies.
Stealth.
So, yeah, stealth for sure.
And then more narrative focused.
Yeah, definitely. Like it's
not
almost,
run around and shoot whoever you can. Like,
No.
5 you can if you really want to.
Well, after you upgrade a lot.
Yeah. But no, it's definitely more. And then like 4, man, was like the end of because there's a couple characters, but the main character was Solid Snake. But 4 was pretty much the end of the Solid Snake story. But I mean, the cutscenes there, I think it still has one of the longest cutscenes ever. At the end, it's like 27 minutes or something. That's
what turned me off, because I saw somebody playing it back in the day, like, and going in and out like over a couple of days partying.
Yeah,
it was just sitting there watching. I was like, how can you do this?
Well, man, and that one's really bad with it too, because I mean, you take literally 3 steps and you're into another cutscene. Yeah. It's like, why is this even going on? But I mean, I guess he had to tie it all together somehow.
Yeah,
I couldn't get into him.
No,
I tried. Like, I even bought them for whatever was available for PSP.
Okay.
Was there some on there?
Yeah, there was Portable Ops.
And then I rebought them again legally instead of pirating the shit. Rebought them for Vita. Placed on the bigger consoles. I just can't get into them.
Well, like 1, 2, and 3, the controls are clunky, but they get better even through those 3.
Right.
You should really, like, if you're still playing, you should really give 5 a shot.
I think I own 5.
I would.
You own it, right?
Yeah.
I think I did buy it.
If I was you, I would give it a shot. Whether you know the story or not, it's great gameplay.
I didn't know it. And it was,
dude, it's a fantastic
but
game.
Those clunky controls are just...
It was hard, but I mean, that to me, like, when it came out in 98, like, that Metal Gear.
Well, it was way different. It was different, so different from anything else at the time.
Yeah, and like the dude's reading your memory card, telling you what you played on your game. It was kind of freaky as a kid. He's making your controller shake. I'm like 10, like, oh my god. So, but yeah, I got hooked.
A good experience that I like is my wife has a PS4. It's not mine. It's hers, sadly. And I have a Vita. But you can take the remote play. Like, have the game playing on PS4 and put it to the Vita and play. That's great.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. That's really cool.
Like, I'm playing through what's the Thief game?
Uncharted? No.
Uncharted, that one. Yeah, I'm playing that series on Vita.
Those are fantastic games, man.
They look even better when you play them on that little screen. I know it sucks, it's a little screen, but you do run into problems because on the Vita, you don't have the dual shoulder buttons. You only got one, so you got to, like...
Yeah. Now, did she have like the collection for PS4 that has like all 4 of them or all 3 of the first 3 of them on there?
I started buying them digitally on it. Okay. I bought 1 or 2 of them digitally, and then I bought a game. And I'm like, well, this is dumb because I went out and bought them all on one disc.
Yeah.
And it's like I should have just bought this to begin with and saved myself money. But
the Vita, is that like a PSP?
Yeah, it's the newer PSP.
Okay.
It died. It had an unfortunate death. Nobody wanted to develop for it when it was in its heyday, like
kind of like the Wii U. We were talking about this the other day, and I thought it was an update, and here
that's what everybody thought. Yeah, they really named that one wrong.
It's a lot cheaper too than the Switch. You can get them a lot cheaper anyway.
Yeah, I mean, the technology is a little backwards compared to what the Switch
they're not going to... Are they still developing games for it, though?
No, they stopped. That was a huge failure, man.
When the Switch came out, they were like, let's port a bunch of games over real quick. They killed it right away.
Yeah.
What can revive a console, though, and sad to say it, but is piracy.
Yeah, crack them open for homebrews,
The Vita was basically dead because Sony, they always kind of bragged that it was uncrackable. Like, people found exploits to... like temporarily run homebrew or stuff or whatever, but if the battery died or it got powered off, reset, you'd have to redo it.
Okay.
Somebody finally cracked it. Like years after it had already died. Somebody finally cracked it. You can install like permanently install. I don't know if it's custom firmware or the hack. You can emulate a PSP on it. I have my whole PSP library on mine emulated. Like a couple hundred games are on it.
Oh,
it's
wow, that's
great.
awesome, man.
I used to have an Xbox that had like every Xbox game on it. Like,
Was the Vita expensive?
exploit.
Like, I don't even know the price.
I think $189 when I got mine.
Right on.
And I got mine when it wasn't even, I mean, it was a year or so after that is when it died.
Okay.
But yeah, no. It was a good idea, but
Nintendo just has the handheld market locked down too.
Yeah,
They
you're
really do,
seeing
man.
it.
Yeah.
Nintendo- yeah.
Since day one, really, with Game Boy.
Oh,
you
yeah,
know what I mean? Like,
The number one selling game of all time up until like 2006 was Tetris.
oh, no kidding?
Yeah,
Okay.
just because it was like a pack in and
Right.
like, it was
I thought you was
Game
going
Boy.
to say E.T. on Atari. they filled a landfill with
Did
that
you ever
shit.
watch that documentary
Yeah.
where they searched for him? Yeah, that was wild.
they found him.
Yeah, they did find him, man. That's
Speaking
crazy.
of Game Boy, I actually just seen a kid playing an original Game Boy last week. I was telling him, I couldn't believe it.
And Nick, I do still have an ET on cartridge on a.
I have.
an Atari cartridge.
Mine's not a landfill one. But
No, mine's not either. But I still have.
I
one
want a
from back
landfill copy.
Oh, dude, that'd
like
be awesome.
unearthed.
Yeah.
Could you imagine making something and it's slated to be the biggest thing ever, and your dream, your creation goes
it
into
gets-
a landfill?
Well, it gets rushed too. I mean, it was so rushed because of the movie and Christmas coming up,
Right.
and that's why he kind of got. Yeah, but like you said, your whole
and
dream.
it just fails, and they're like they fill a hole in the ground with it.
How would you be able to ever do anything else again?
I don't know that I would ever put out anything again.
Do you
man.
give up? Do you change fields? Do you go see if rope's on sale?
Maybe.
ropes,
Ropes and chairs.
ropes and guitar strings?
Which path do you choose at that point when your dream gets buried in the desert in Arizona? You know?
Yeah, no, but that documentary was totally wild.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, that was good stuff.
What do we do, Tim, if somebody gets ultimate control and shelves the show?
Oh,
Rope?
nah, I'll just go along with my day.
Just continue on. I think I'm going to see if hoses are on sale. Get a new exhaust system for the car.
Maybe I'll go get a cheeseburger.
Make
or
sure it ain't
something.
leaking.
Maybe spend my Sunday afternoon doing something else. I
I'll
don't
play
know.
some games. Yeah.
Find something to do.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. All right. Any last words, people? I got to wrap it up, but
I just want to thank you guys a bunch, like I said, for having us even on here and just sharing some information with us and whatnot and
Yeah.
everything else. Like you guys,
Yeah,
are
me
totally
too.
supportive and it's awesome.
I'm here during the week. I actually work. Well, we work here now, but
Nice.
Oh shit! When did that happen?
we work here
Oh,
in our
yeah.
virtual studio.
Okay.
But yeah, I do actual work here in the week, during the week, fixing computers and whatnot. But yeah, just stop out if you want Monday through Friday. I'm here.
No, we definitely will, man.
Later in the afternoon's bad Thursday and Friday because I got to go do the day job at night at the
Oh,
pizza
that's cool.
shop.
That's cool.
But Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, opportune days, stop out. I'm always thrilled to talk to anybody else that creates stuff, and especially somebody locally, people that I know. That's even cooler.
Right.
You know, I want to see where the show goes. The stuff I said about, and this is not only to you, anybody else out there, if you're going the route of using Anchor or whatever platform you're on, be sure that you actually own your show, that it's not going to be a headache to move it to another platform later. And say what do you have, an iPad?
Yeah.
Say you're using an iPad, whether it's USB-C or
Lightning.
Lightning connector. If that's your only options and you want to create a show and you want to get 2 people in a room or even 4 people with microphones and you don't want to get all the crazy equipment, get yourself the camera connection kit and a USB audio interface with enough inputs for your mics. There's your portable studio. iPad, camera connection kit, mics, and your audio interface.
Yeah.
And you're good.
I'm definitely going to be coming down here talking to you because
Yeah,
that's-
I'm off on Monday, so that works out good
Yeah,
too. So.
stop down.
Yeah, for sure, man.
We don't have the latest and greatest equipment, but we do have some.
well, you guys know what you're doing.
Yeah,
Thankfully, it works.
Yeah. this is way more advanced than me setting my phone on my coffee table.
Right. Screaming into it. Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, after you kick it and bang on it, swear at it enough, it eventually does start working.
I found that with most things in life.
Rage out.
Not women.
No.
You guys' your show. I've seen it posted on Facebook, and so I've done some searching myself. I have a few different podcast apps, aggregators. whatever, where you can listen to your podcast at. I found it pretty much any one of those I searched in. Spotify, did they put it there for you?
Yeah.
Apple Podcast.
Apple, Google.
Oh, that's awesome too. Okay, Google Podcast. Google.
Yeah.
Did they put it in Play Music also?
I'm not sure.
I haven't
Right.
seen that one yet.
I said the G word, my phone just lit up and went nuts. Check out their show. Very easy to listen to. I can say that. If you like talking, if you ever had a friend in your life that you've talked to, you're gonna love the show instantly. SatisHigh TV, and I've heard a subtitle.
Yeah, it's Jimmy and Todd show.
Todd and Jimmy, whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
However you want to say it, check it out. Any platform. Look it up by SatisHigh TV.
SatisHigh TV.
Okay.
Yes.
Check these guys out. Hopefully they keep at it because I've enjoyed what I've heard so far.
Oh yeah, we're not stopping.
Well, that's the challenge for not just you guys, us, anybody, is to do that next episode, publish it. Once you start publishing, keep them regular, and usually you'll get people that listen.
Yeah, I mean, we do have at least 25, 30 people that have been listening. So
yeah, that's awesome, man.
Yeah, that's a good start, I think.
Thank you guys for coming on.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, thanks.
Possibly come back sometime.
I'll come back.
Yeah, if you guys ever want to come on once we get our studio going,
sure,
too, I would love to have you on.
Guest, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, talk some Star Wars. Or
yeah,
something.
anything, man, anything. Yeah.
All right. Anyhow, with that, we out.
Yeah, I think so.
All right, Henry.